Welcome to the Whitehall Wire. I'm your host, Megan Meyer. On this episode of the Whitehall Wire, I'll be joined by Jeff Hart, Public Service Superintendent in the City Service Department. Jeff oversees a number of city services, including snow removal, leaf collection, sewer inspections, street maintenance, litter control, oops tickets, and more. But today, we're going to zero in on Jeff's role as it pertains to the city's construction season. As part of the 2022 Capital Improvement Plan, or CIP, the city plans to invest over $3.3 million into street, park, facility, fleet, and technology improvements. This is in addition to over $13 million in projects funded by the federal, state, and Ohio Public Works Commissions, county, and private resources. Jeff will give us an update on the street program specifically. After our interview, I'll explain proposed legislation being considered by City Council during Council Corner, and then share some save the dates for May events and programs. All this and more on this episode of the Whitehall Wire. Jeff, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, we're going to dive into the street improvement program. In April, Strasler Paving, who is the city's contractor, got underway on a number of street improvement projects. Can you give us an update on how those are coming along?
Sure. So far, it's going great, despite the rain that we've had in April. Mound Street should be done in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Langley is 95% done. The contractor just needs to put the center lines in and the crosswalk. Elburn, Etna, and Washburn, all of those have been milled and they should be completed by the end of next week.
And so for our viewers out there, there is a difference. There are kind of two types of street projects that we approach, right? There's street reconstructions, and then there's also just the mill and fill. So kind of what's the difference?
The difference is, example would be Mound Street. We started milling it and the street has so much damage to the base, we had to go deeper, dig the base out and put a new base in.
And so with that, we'll do things like curb replacements and all of
Exactly.
that. Okay, and so it's just a more intensive project.
Correct.
Makes sense. So I know that you've been with the city for nearly 13 years. In the last 5 years, you've had this role of public service superintendent. In that time, what would you say has changed the most about the street improvement program?
I think it's the effort that the city's putting out to try to do more streets every year. In the past 5 years, it seems the city has invested more money in the projects that we pick to be done.
So looking forward, the city plans to invest over $9.6 million in the next 5 years into streets alone. And that's in addition to other projects that are funded by ODOT, OPWC, other state and federal resources. What qualifies a street to be selected for the city's program? Sometimes you see residents say, well, I have a couple potholes on my street. Is that enough alone to qualify?
Not really. The city does an evaluation of every street each year. We look at the blacktop. We look at to see if the curbs and gutters are what shape they're in,
Right.
And then potholes would play into that also. We look at traffic patterns. We look at if a utility is going to be replaced down a road. That could be part of planning the next street to be repaired or replaced.
So that makes sense. So for instance, if we know there's going to be a major gas line replacement project on a street, we might wait to time our street reconstruction program with that gas line replacement.
Exactly.
Makes sense, so we don't double up our efforts. So brush collection, it runs multiple months and is obviously a major project for you all. About how many tons of brush did you guys collect last year?
Last year we picked up and mulched 2,300 piles, and it equaled out to be 1,100 tons.
Oh my goodness, so that's quite a few truckloads that you guys are up to.
It is.
Well, thank you for your efforts, and thank you to your crews for everything that you do. I know you manage a lot of major capital improvements, and your crews do brush collection, leaf collection, snow removal, and more. For more information on the 5-year CIP, please visit the city's website and stay tuned to the Whitehall e-update for project updates. And for more information on city services like brush removal, take a look at your opportunity guide, which recently hit mailboxes and is also available at City Hall.
Do you have what it takes for a career in media? If you have a passion for it, either on camera or behind the scenes, Ohio Media School can train you in just 8 short months to finally work in the field you've always dreamed of. TV and radio, music, social media, and so much more. Get paid to create. Learn from the pros and visit beonair.com with flexible class schedules, hands-on training, and financial aid for those who qualify. There's a reason thousands have come here to start their career in media. Get started now by visiting us online at beonair.com or call 614-723-9675.
Welcome back to Council Corner. As shared last time, on May 17th, City Council will consider an ordinance designating Juneteenth as an official city holiday. If approved, city offices would be closed Monday, June 20th, in observance of the holiday on Sunday, June 19th. On May 3rd, City Council considered an ordinance amending the traffic code to extend no parking zones around the new medians on Maplewood Avenue. The new medians are a direct result of neighbors' feedback that speeding was an issue in that area. For those wanting to learn more about what's being considered by City Council, meeting agendas and packets are available online. All meetings have resumed to welcoming guests in person and can also be watched live on the city's Facebook page. Moving to upcoming events and announcements, the Division of Fire is hosting a Sound the Alarm event on May 21st with the goal of helping families install smoke alarms and learn about home fire safety. They are on the lookout for event volunteers. Learn more on their Facebook page. First, the Senior Center is now hosting monthly birthday bashes, with the next bash taking place Saturday, May 14th at 11 a.m. Here's a quick clip from the April birthday bash. Happy birthday to you. Next, Walk with the Doc is officially making Whitehall their East Side location. Join in on Saturday, May 21st at 10 a.m. at Whitehall Community Park YMCA. If you can't make it for the kickoff, Walk with the Doc will return every third Saturday of the month moving forward. Finally, thanks to a partnership with Life Care Alliance and Parks and Recreation, a senior dining center is now coming to the Whitehall Community Park YMCA twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays starting at the end of May. For more details on programs for our older active adults, visit the Senior Center or the Senior Center page on the city's website. Last but not least, National Police Week starts Sunday, May 15th. We invite you to join us in a showing appreciation for our men and women in blue, as well as those who have fallen in the line of duty throughout the week. That's a wrap on updates from the city. Thanks for joining me on this episode of the Whitehall Wire.